Welcome to C.HR with Ariaunstewart. Today we are with Free and Audie and Black Girls Who Freedom Flow, and we're outside. So today we're going to be doing yoga. On C.HR we talk a lot about work-life balance, and now we're going to show you that balance. Beautiful. So I'm going to talk to both of you. If you have an answer, you can jump in, have a conversation. But how did you guys come about Black Girls Who Freedom Flow? Like, how did this become the business?
Oh man, I feel like that has a lot of different pieces to it.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll just start off with like how I got into yoga. Yeah, I feel like I really needed self-care.
Yeah.
That was, a practice, so something consistent. And I needed something that wasn't just physical, but wasn't just mental, like was a balance in between, and just like something that could allow me to focus on myself, I would say, like finding myself, grounding myself.
Yeah.
So that was a little bit before my first son. And I started more with him because, there's a lot of benefits. And, I also needed the grounding at that time.
Yeah.
So that was a few years back, and I was really determined to get my my certification. But I was like, not until I could find somebody that I really relate to teach me.
A proper sensei.
Yeah,
for this.
you know what I'm saying. And for me, that was really a Black woman. I really wanted to learn from a Black woman.
Yep.
And I got a chance to with Black Yoga magazine. That was amazing, and that was last year.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll let Audie speak, but yes, I linked with Audie because she was doing the other piece to it that was just needed.
The sound healing, right?
Yeah. Meditation.
Yes.
So I got into meditation almost 2 years now. Just really focusing on tuning in and clearing my mental, just having so much on my mind. All of these different things that I'm doing, like as a creative, as a mom, as a student, just everything. So meditation was really big for me, to just focus in. And so I'm really excited to be at this point, Black Girls with Freedom Flow. We started it last July.
So almost a year.
Yeah. Isn't that crazy? This year went by like nothing.
Oh my goodness. So, and it was a time where it's we want to be outside, we want to fellowship, we want to engage, and we want to help our community heal.
It was also during COVID.
Yes.
It was literally during COVID as well. So it was needed more, I feel like, than ever, you know? And I feel like that's why we actually connected. We've known each other for a little time, but we connected more. Studio 235 in West Springfield. Shout out Tiana, shout out Chris. The protest, but basically Audie had plans of doing meditation. I had plans of doing yoga.
Right.
So it was we were it wasn't even a question about it.
We had to come together.
It was just
work on it.
Let's do this, let's make it happen. And
we did that.
Yeah, you absolutely did that. Absolutely. So let's get into a pose. Get into a pose before our next question.
All right.
So wait, if you didn't know before we get up, you were already in a pose. We were sitting in. This is called Namaste.
Yes. Great. Let's start from there.
So, what people like to call crisscross applesauce. This is Namaste.
I like Namaste.
Yeah. So awesome. I just wanted to say that before we.
Yes, definitely acknowledge the pose.
I want to also add, people be like, how is this a pose? You're just sitting in crisscross applesauce, right? But it's also the mindfulness of paying attention to your posture, not just sitting and slouching, but making sure that your back is nice and straight. So even a pose like this, as simple as it may look, you could actually take some time in a yoga class breaking down how to keep that upper body straight, how to get that breathing aligned. Because that breathing is different when your body's up straight versus
Can we take a deep breath right here?
Yeah.
All right. So we like to do what we call 4-part breathing in class. Is you inhale through your nose, through your nostrils, count for 4 seconds. You're gonna hold it for 4 seconds, and you're gonna exhale for 4. Okay. And when you're doing that, I want you to envision yourself elevating with the inhale and just kind of settling and grounding with the exhale. Okay. Let's take a nice deep inhale. Inhale. Hold it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale through your mouth. Beautiful. Let's do it again. Inhale. Hold it. Hey, exhale. That makes me so happy. Like, so happy.
Sometimes when we're in class and I'll zone out, I'm like, sometimes I forget, like, I'm the instructor, and like, and all these there, like, free. And I'm like, yo, I'm ready for a third and a fourth, you know?
Right. That life force.
Yeah, let's do another pose. Maybe we can do, I'm trying to think about poses on our mat. That's not going to be too crazy.
That one really talking.
We can do child pose.
Child pose?
You think?
Yeah,
Okay,
I think child pose would be good. So to get into child pose, you want to start off on your palms and your knees.
Okay.
You want to make sure that your palms are really grounded onto your mat. Your energy is centered, you know, in your palms and your fingers. And you want to keep your back nice and straight, but, you know, not too tense. And then with a nice deep inhale, you're going to bring your lower bottom down to your heels and keep your hands stretched out in front of you. You can choose to widen your legs if you want to stretch your hip area a little bit more. You can almost like bring your body down in between your legs. You can try and get your chest down to your mat.
And relax your neck.
Beautiful. Take a nice deep inhale. Inhale. Exhale.
Now let's come up on all fours. We're going to do a move here called cat and cow. So, cow, you're going to dip your back down and tilt your head as you inhale through your nose. And cat, you're going to go under and bring your back up, tucking your head under, pinching your abs and your glutes as you exhale. So let's go ahead, inhale, dipping your back, tilting your head up to the sky. Beautiful, exhale. Head curls under. Beautiful, deep inhale. Beautiful, exhale. Nice. And you can go ahead and inhale down to child pose. Bring your bottom down and stretch out in front of you. Beautiful. Exhale.
Awesome.
Alright, that was awesome.
Yeah.
There was something that you were saying, Free, when you were talking, even the namaste. pose too, like just being aware of your posture. Like when people are at their, at their day jobs or whatever, that's something that I feel like you can be aware of while you're at work, and like your breathing and stuff too. So are there any tips you would give that either of you would give to somebody who has to sit at a desk all day, or maybe they're on their feet 8 hours a day, of like how they could be, what's the word, more present?
I think we've had people ask us this question in class before, especially during, COVID, where a lot of people had to stay home, even the kids. We're staying home for some time and sitting at desks. But I think the important thing is to remember your posture alignment. I think it can be easy to forget about it, and you're not gonna sit up straight 24/7 until you're used to it, maybe. But just even reminding yourself, taking a moment to check in and just be like, how's my posture right now? And a lot of times you can link that to your breathing. How's my posture? How's my breathing? And you could do that all one time and just give yourself kind of like a mental nudge, let me be mindful right now. Because I've been sitting for a little while, just like a lunch break.
Exactly. Right.
Right. That's exactly what I would do.
So what are some of I can imagine there are a lot of health benefits to yoga and the breathing and all that. Is there anything that you guys want to share about some of the benefits that directly come from doing yoga and meditation?
Well, heart conditions, I would say, high cholesterol. We, as a people, I know, we, have high cholesterol, high blood pressure, things like that.
Stress and then the food.
Yeah, stress, anxiety, all of these different things. So taking mindful moments, that's going to help, entirely for anxiety when you're feeling, flustered, and even for those that actually are diagnosed.
Right.
It's definitely something that helps for mental health.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you guys had any cases where you've had somebody come in and you feel like after they've been with you a couple of times, they're they have a completely different energy about them? She's like, sure.
I don't think we'd be doing that if that wasn't happening.
That's why we do. 100%. This is why we do what we do. We're so happy to be able to be a resource, to the community.
That's awesome. So do you feel what would you guys say that's your overall vision and journey is to change people's lives in that way?
I think for me, a big thing that really draws me to yoga is it's a self-practice. So when people come into class, we're not trying to make them look like us. We're not trying to make them move like us.
Right, even though they probably want to.
You know what I'm saying? But we really remind people of that, especially people who've been to our class for the first time, because it's we want y'all to unlock what's already inside of y'all. We want y'all to move at your own flow, because you're coming from a complete different experience than us. I don't know what you went through before you came to class.
Right.
And this is your first time stretching. You're not going to look like me or Audie because you don't know what we went through before class.
Right.
And it's not our first time stretching,
Exactly.
So just really pushing people to focusing on themselves and find their own freedom flow. That's what freedom flow, what is your flow? What's your pace?
That makes you feel comfortable. And I love that you guys let people come in and it doesn't. I remember going to the first class that you guys were doing, and it was you really started from the beginning, and I'm sure you guys have different types of classes, right? So you have a beginners or someone who's more advanced, or do you kind of go through it in a session?
All of our classes are beginner friendly.
Perfect.
We are open to everyone. Come through. If it's your first time, if you're advanced, however. On Thursdays we do have more the music selection is more of an upbeat selection.
Okay. It's turn up.
Moving along faster.
Straight up turn up.
Great. So you already know, right?
That's awesome.
Yeah, so we have an amazing playlist for Thursdays. But Sundays is self-care Sundays.
Yeah.
So it's more a little toned down. But all of our classes, if you're a beginner, if you're like whatever, come. If you
Come as
need
you
us,
are.
yes. Yes.
Perfect. So where can people find you if they want to do a class? So I know you do like the Turn Up Thursdays,
Yep.
Self-Care Sundays at the Hub.
Yes. And we're actually we're starting Womb Wednesday.
Oh yeah.
We don't know how consistently Womb Wednesday is gonna be the topic for Wednesday, because we do have class consistently every Wednesday at EHR FAR Fitness.
Yeah, I saw that.
Everything happens for a reason.
Everything happens for a reason. Fitness.
Oh,
Shout out
nice.
to Nikki.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you know, each class definitely has this different type of theme, and yeah.
Can you show me a pose that can be altered for beginners to like advance?
Oh yeah. Oh wow, that's a great question.
It is. I got a good one.
Yeah.
Downward dog.
Beautiful. Because
Hey,
that's
okay.
what I was automatically downward dog came to mind. So beautiful.
We be on the same. It's no coincidence we pulled up.
Right. We're all the same color scheme.
Yes.
Right,
In
exactly.
alignment.
Yeah.
It just flows beautifully. So you want to? Yes.
Yeah, I'll start off and then you take it away.
Okay.
Beautiful. So before we get into downward dog, we want to transition there because we want to give our body that range to get into it. So we're going to start off with mountain, and you want to really start off by grounding yourself. And by that we mean really like becoming present to your surrounding. So you can ground your feet nice on your yoga mat, right? You can dip your toes in your mat. You can rock on your heel. But really you want to feel the ground underneath you.
I like that you just said that for you, because when you guys were saying grounded, I was like, I was like, but when you said even that little detail of like curling your toes, rocking your feet, like, yes, I love that.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I love it. Like you're trying to ground your roots. Beautiful. And just allow your arms to rest at your side without, you know, any like tension. Let's take a nice deep breath in through our nostrils. Exhale, releasing any anxiety, stress, tension. And we're gonna get into mountain pose. We like to turn our palms outward like we're receiving something. Inhale our hands up high like we are mountainous, because we are, right? And with the exhale, you wanna go ahead and get down into a forward bend, slowly at your own pace, reaching as far down as you can go. You can let your limbs just linger here for a moment. And then you want to take your time as you plant your palms onto your mat. You can bend your knees to get down. And you want to bring yourself into a high plank if you're able to. If you're not, you can always start off at your knees. Okay? And then Audie, can you lead us into the rest of downward dog from here?
Okay. So we are going to I kind of want to can we do the whole flow?
Yes.
Okay. Let's get down. Get down on your knees.
Okay.
Beautiful. Let's go down into cat and cow. So we're going to inhale and bring your head back. Exhale. Exhale. Go ahead and nice deep inhale. Exhale. And back up onto our fours. And we're going to get into downward dog. So we're going to pick our knees up. So for beginners, right? You may start right here with your knees bent.
Okay. A little bit, however far you can get it to go.
Okay. With your back nice and straight, nice and flat.
but you can be as low as down here.
Oh, I see.
Or if you can go a little bit halfway up,
Yeah.
or you could straighten all the way up. Keep that back nice and straight. So let's inhale, going back down to a further dip in our knees. There you go. Right? Then you could go up a little bit more with it. You might want to stay here. Or you could extend further all the way. You can always readjust your palms. You want to make sure your back is nice and straight. Your abs are tightened. And you can look in between your legs. There you go. Nice deep inhale right here. And with an exhale, you can walk your hands to your feet or your feet to your hands and slowly come on up.
Beautiful. That was good. Ooh, that was intense. I like how it all came together. Like
Yeah,
what we were
yeah.
starting with. That was perfect. I love
Yeah,
that.
now we're back standing on.
Right.
And you can, and then there's all those different ways with your knee movement.
Yeah.
For if you feel like it's super hard for you,
Yeah.
you can like give a little bit more. Or push it
Yeah.
back a little more. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And what I love about yoga too is it really, like I noticed I move really fast. But then because you guys are like guiding me, I'm like, okay.
Taking your time.
But I'm like always like rushing, but it makes you aware, like no, you gotta
look at
be,
you.
you gotta be calm and get through it smooth. Look at that. Life lessons.
I love that. Look at you learning lessons.
Very,
Take your time, be present, pace yourself.
yeah, absolutely. And you can use that in everyday life.
Yes, you can.
That is awesome. So one more time, where can everybody find you, follow you on social media, make yoga a part of their everyday life?
Oh my goodness. You can find us on Instagram, Black Girls with Freedom Flow, on Facebook at Black Girls with Freedom Flow.
Email.
Yeah,
We can do email. blackgirlsforfreedomflow@gmail. You know, because yes, we answer questions. We try our best to be responsive.
Yeah.
And regardless of what people might be wanting to inquire, whether it's just to find out more about yoga.
Yeah.
We've done yoga at a boutique opening.
Yes.
You know,
why not?
Yeah, we've done yoga. Yeah, we've done like different ranges of groups, and you know, we want to work with kiddos at some point. And really, the group doesn't matter too much to us. We are willing to take on, you know, morphing the postures and the flow to suit whatever the vision and the audience is.
Yeah.
So
that's awesome. Yes, such a sound healing. This is what I listen to when I go to sleep at night.
beautiful.
Between this and then the rain in the background, I'm like, I'm not taking that.
You're gonna sleep good tonight then.
That's awesome. And then also from an HR perspective, a lot of companies do have some type of wellness plans. The more advanced, forward-thinking companies do.
Yeah.
And sometimes you can actually look and see. It can be something that's like paid for, or like they'll pay for like gym memberships even. They might even pay for yoga classes and stuff. And I'm sure like companies could use like you guys coming in and working with all of them. All of the viewers, all viewers, keep that in mind. I will make sure to tag Free and Audie when we post this video, so you can follow them and to book with them. All right.
Peace, y'all.